Curtis Ennis started his career path in business and finance, but he didn't find it fulfilling.
I felt like there was a void in my life, and it was a volunteer experience that I had in a classroom that really ignited a passion in me for teaching. And in that moment, I felt like I should really go back to school and become a teacher. And it was just one of those incredible moments where you get a sense of clarity about what you really should be doing with your life.
He went on to become a teacher, then a principal.
As well, I've worked at the Ministry of Education, so I understand some governmental, how governments operate and support school boards. So I bring both corporate, academic, and ministry experience to the role.
Embarking on his first year as director, he's looking forward to working on the multi-year plan the board already has in place.
Particularly this year, I think it's important that schools focus on mental health and well-being of students. I think we have seen a number of studies that have suggested that our students have really been impacted through the pandemic. Their mental health and well-being has really been impacted. And so we need to, as a board, focus on making sure that students from the very moment they walk into our buildings feel like someone cares about them and feel like they belong. And so that is going to, there's something magical about a student that walks into a building knowing that someone there truly cares about them. And that is just one part of the strategies that we will use to make sure that we're supporting the mental health and well-being of our students this year, because that's going to be critical to the success of this year.
As a Black male, his lived experiences have informed who he is as a leader.
And I understand implicitly what it means to be othered. I think it's also important that we recognize that the Halton District School Board is made up of many different communities, and it's a growing and vibrant community, and that there's the diversity of the community is ever expanding. And we have the obligation as a board to make sure that we are focusing on eliminating all forms of discrimination, all forms of racism, make sure that we're an inclusive board. That is going to be key as we move forward. Our world is changing, and so are our students and our families. And we have to make sure that every single family know that when they walk through our doors, that we take it seriously, that they are represented, that they're included, and that we're not going to tolerate discrimination, racism, and hate in any form.
He shares this final message for students, families, and teachers.
I'm just so excited about our direction in the board and where we're going. And I truly believe that we're going to come through this pandemic successfully if we work together. I believe that things are going to happen, that we need to adapt and to be flexible, and we need to just challenge ourselves and think about what we need, how we need to respond to be intellectually responsive to every circumstance that come our way. But I believe that we have the ability and the capacity and the competency and the right staff and people in place to do so.
Reporting for Halton News, I'm Nikki Wesley.